So the main thing I want to talk about is discipline and psychology in trading. And, every trader, which is rightly so, says that discipline and psychology in trading is the number one thing, which it is. Because every strategy works in trading. Every whatever it is people teach it will work, but it all comes down to the person. It's all the person. And that is why every strategy works, because if it was just a strategy, then it'd just be one strategy that works, which is not the case. But a lot of traders say don't overdo, over risk, overdo this, whatever it is. But a lot of them don't go into detail, which I think a lot of people struggle with. Is they'll think, oh, well, what is that? What is being disciplined in trading? And I think the main thing is the little things which build up to you eventually taking that big decision to do what is not the correct thing in that short term decision. And it's like, so if you've lost a trade, because me, I only take one trade personally, win or loss, whatever, I'm done for the day. But if you take a loss and you then think, oh, if I risk this much more and have a tighter stop loss and I don't even need to target the actual drawn liquidity, I'll just target wherever the P&L says this of how much my loss was plus a bit more, then that's that little thought in your head which just deteriorates and tarnishes all that hard work and discipline that you built up, because you might have not done any silly thing for about a month, and you've bit the apple. You've listened to that intrusive thought of, oh, if you do this, if you press this button now, without thinking straight after the loss, purely just because of P&L and just because of, well, ego and anger, really. And you're thinking on emotions. You're not basing your decision off discipline and what is better for you in this long term. Because if that trade was to lose, everyone knows that you'll be sad, and it'll more likely cause you to want to trade again, and you'll want to trade even more, because you're seeing your ego, your confidence, your whatever can't accept that loss. You've acted out an emotion, and now you've just completely blew all the progress that you've made. So don't take a trade that if it loses and doesn't go your way, because that happens in trading. Not every trade that you take is going to go your way. So the best thing mentally to do before a trade is think, if this trade loses, can I accept it? Can I be okay with that loss? Can I come back and be just normal thinking with just no emotions on my next trade? Because that loss, I've completely forgotten about it. Well, you haven't completely forgotten about it. You've learned from it, and you've put it into the next trade that you take. And another thing is over trading. Say if you've took a trade and you're wanting to just see P&L, green P&L, green winning day, and if you have that mindset of, oh, I can't lose today, you're then going to end up just taking a trade. And obviously if it loses, you're then probably going to end up going in a trade straight after you've took that loss, because you can't be wrong. Your ego, your confidence says, nah, I'm not wrong. It's just, I got swept out. I'll just enter in again. It's not that big of a deal. I'll make it back if this wins. And then that one loses. And you're like, oh, it has to go in my direction now. Then you'll take it again, and you'll lose. And then you think, oh, I'm wrong on the next one. So you'll take the trade in the other way, and then it'll go in the way that you originally thought, and you'll blow the account. And it's feeding into your ego, and what you need to do is starve them thoughts, starve the negativity, and just think positive of, me losing that trade does not make me any less of a trader. It does not make me any less capable of doing it in the future. So it's coming to acceptance of, it is the best thing that happened for me in that time, and I will learn from this and implement it into all my other trades to become a better trader. And another big thing is the little things outside of trading, so your day-to-day life of discipline, waking up early. Well, you don't have to wake up early if you don't want to. If you want 8 hours sleep, if you want a set base amount of time of sleep, make sure you wake up at that time that you said you were going to wake up. Make sure you do that thing at that time, or just make sure you do the thing that you said you're going to do. Don't say stuff and not do it, because then you're just feeding your ego by saying it and not actually doing it to benefit you. But then don't base your day or your mood off perfection, and don't, because you're never going to be perfect. You're never going to have this. You are going to slip up, you are going to fail, you are going to lose sometimes. So when, say if one of your goals was to wake up and have a cold shower, if you then wake up, don't have that cold shower, and then you think, oh, my day's ruined, it's like, it's not a disciplined day because I haven't done that one thing. And then that leads you, because of that one thing, to then spiral of not doing all the things that you're supposed to do, being disciplined, doing that next step to make you become a better person. Or just don't let the thought that you have to be perfect, that you can't have a loss, you can't fail this one task that you've done, which then ruins your full day. No, it's accepting that you aren't perfect, and in order to be better, you have to go through these losses. You have to come to the conclusion that you're never going to make it to where you want to be if you don't go through the losses. And I think once you start to look at, not even as a loss, just as a lesson, what is it that God is trying to teach me in this moment? What is it that I need to not keep on doing, which is causing me to lose? And once you look at it from a different perspective of not getting angry, not getting your ego built up, oh, I can't lose, I can't do what, no, it's, what am I gaining from this? And yeah, and obviously there's the other thing of winning, and yeah, it is good to win, obviously, and you will feel happy when, say, if you win a trade internally, you will feel happy, because that's just how it is, and that's how it always will be. But, and it's not just like, oh, you have won, yeah, I'm going to be emotionless. No, it's, you have won, but let me not take this like, don't let it build up your ego to then say, I have to win now, I have to get this feeling. Yeah, enjoy that feeling, because you are human. You need to be immersed in your feelings, but it's taking it that next level of acting on them emotions. But not feel it, but don't act on it. But take a step back, realize what it is you want to do, set it out and do it. And if you don't do one thing, make sure that you do that other thing, and just don't make it lead into a spiral of losses. So yeah, some of you might think it's waffle, but I hope it helps someone. God bless.